Hey guys, it's Sleepy Reader here. I just wanted to hopefully quickly talk about kind of a newer sort of comic book on the horizon, which some of you may have, or many of you may have already heard about. It's called The Private Eye, I believe, by Brian K. Vaughn and Martin, two excellent comic book creators. Vaughn, probably one of the very best writers right now, and arguably in the top 5, I would say, of writers doing comic books at the moment. And Martin, who's a very good artist. I'm only familiar with him from Daredevil, but so they have put this out. They're selling it themselves directly to the readers for any amount you want to give them. The first issue's 32 pages. They say they're going to roughly do 10 issues. I can only assume each one will be 32 pages, but maybe not. It's digital. They can do whatever they want. And so you can donate whatever you want. You can get it for free just by putting in 000. And I bought it last night. I decided to pay $2 for the first issue, because I want to support this endeavor so that they'll do more issues. I may, if it looks like it's successful, I may give them 99 cents an issue after that, and then maybe a whole lot more at the end if I've really liked it, like a tip. I'm not sure. I really liked the first issue. The art was fabulous. It's done in a kind of broad screen way, so it's not formatted like a normal comic book. It looked really fantastic on my 22-inch monitor, but I've mostly been reading it on my iPad, which I'm filming this on, so I can't really show it to you. But the Martin art looked fabulous. The colorist, whose name passes through my head at the moment, I can't remember, but the coloring is fantastic. It's not immediately the best thing that Vaughn has ever done, although I'm willing to see where he's going, but it's still a very good book. It takes place in a future where everyone wears masks, and the internet doesn't exist, has stopped being put into use because of privacy problems. So it's what I would say is it's a very strong science fiction noir. The hero is a private detective or a private eye, but is really a photographer. And I think we've yet to learn exactly what has happened to the press, because they seem to have become like the police, and there are private eyes, private press. So it's intriguing. The character's a little bit unlikable to me. He seems to have these prejudices and be a bit mean to people. But I think, Vaughn will show us more. They claim it's not going to come out in print any time in the foreseeable future. Having seen the first issue, I really hope there'll eventually be a deluxe hardcover edition or something like that, because I would love to see this art in print on nice big pages. But if you at all can stomach reading digitally, I think it's well worth checking out. Either pay nothing for it or pay a little bit to encourage them to keep doing it. I think what makes this particularly interesting is that these are major creators, and they're doing it completely on their own with this donation system. If this succeeds, I imagine we'll see a lot of other name creators doing this, probably just as part of their work. They can't become name creators. You can't become a name creator by doing this. You'd have to already be able to get people's attention. But it has me kind of excited. I think I'd be happy with digitally produced comics that I know are eventually going to come out in hardback. Right now, would support it with my money digitally, but if I knew, if that was the new process of books, maybe first making their money digitally, and then a really nice hardback edition or some other kind of really nice edition of it in print comes out, that would satisfy me. It would. So this may be signalized. I don't think the regular comics are going away anytime soon, but this may, if this succeeds, it may be signaling a movement to a different printing process, a different route to publication. And what's exciting about it is, to me, that if the money's going directly to the creators, if they can make a decent amount of money off this and it all goes in their pocket, it really encourages them to try things, to experiment. With this format, they can make it any length they want. They can have all this kind of flexibility. And I still want a print edition in the end, but I don't need print to be first, personally. And certainly the results of this one are very good. I've seen tweets from Mr. Monkeybot, Dr. Monkeybot, sorry, Doctor, and Ghost Critic have both picked it up and liked it, and just like me, I think they would like to see a print edition of it. James Donnelly already did a video about it. I'll put a link to his video down there. He has a lot to say about it, which is very interesting. And I've read it kind of hastily, liked it, and I want to reread it, take a little more time with it. It's definitely a good science fiction comic. It's taking science fiction seriously and extrapolating in interesting ways, giving us interesting visuals. We've yet to see how interesting the characters are, so I think hopefully we'll develop more. I mean, I have a lot of faith in Brian K. Vaughn that he'll do this, and I think if there's a strong response to it, that will encourage him to spend more of his time on it, I would believe. Marcos Martin has obviously put a lot of effort into it. I'll point out that for me, I downloaded 3 different copies. It comes in PDF, CBR, and CZR, or something like that formats. I'm not sure yet what to do with those non-PDF formats, but I wanted to have them. And I found if I just hit the back button, I could go and download them again. So you own the digital copies. There's no digital rights management on it whatsoever. And obviously you could give copies to your friends, but they can go download it for free or pay a little bit, anything from $0 to $1 billion. So I will definitely be continuing with this from what I've read, and happily giving them some money each time they have an issue coming out. But if you want to, I would suggest, if you aren't sure whether you'd be interested, you're not necessarily a fan of these creators, download it for 0 money and either go back and give them money, or if that's kind of tricky, give them some money when the second issue comes out if you liked it. So it's just kind of exciting to see. I think this is where, although there's reading digitally is not as satisfying as on a well done physical copy, it is exciting where they can go with it in terms of creator rights, creator control. So I hope, I've said this already, I hope the success of it, if it's successful, will lead to hard copies. And I do like the idea of creators just trying all kinds of things digitally and then putting them out in a book. And we could end up with books in all different sizes, and I guess that'll be tough on bookshelves and tough on boxes with comics, but exciting to me. Because I imagine their book would have to be kind of this shaped. Anyway, I hope you're all well. I am on my lunch break at work, but I won't be able to post this till tonight. Hope you all had a great Comic Book Wednesday. Talk to you later.